Hi guys, this is Naren Zaid with the Hammer Bros, and I'm bringing you Game 2 of the Unplugged GT 2015. Here I'm playing Jim Ellsworth of the Wood Elves. His deployment here is on the right. He has Way Watchers, a unit of Warhawks, a Great Eagle, Poison Shot, Glade Guard, True Flight, Glade Guard, True Flight, Glade Guard. On my right you can see both of my Rat Darts, my Doom Wheel, my Scouting Gutter Runners, my bunker of 45 slaves with my Gracier in there right now, Warp Lightning Cannon, Storm Vermin, another unit of slaves behind them with my BSB, my two other casters in that slave unit, my Warp Lightning, my Hell Pit, and my Gutter Runners. You can see here he's got another unit of the Glade Guard. These ones have poison shots. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was the unit that had the True Flight. The one to the left right there is one with poison shots. Barely in line of sight from the tower is a unit of Sisters of the Thorn with 3 characters in them. A level 4 to Shadow and a level 4 to High Magic, I believe. Yes. And you can see a unit of Wild Riders there and a unit of Way Watchers scouting in. So, the objective in this game is that I pick one of my units to be the target of opportunity. He picks one of mine, he picks one of his, and I pick one of his. So I pick his bunker, and he picks his unit of standard right there. You can see with the little red chip. Mine are the ones marked with the green chip. I have my BSB, and he has marked my Storm Vermin. The objective is to keep your opponent's chip or unit out of your zone and to get yours in. So we start, and he goes first, unfortunately. He is going to take a bunch of shots at me, and he barely moves at this point. This is where he barely moves up. I believe I wait to pop the Storm Banner this turn. You can see he's moved up in these pictures, and we go to his magic phase. In his magic phase, I stop everything except for Withering on my Doom Wheel, which only lowers its toughness by 1, so it's largely inconsequential. In the shooting phase, the Doom Wheel takes 1 wound, does not go out of control, and he plinks off a few wounds from my Storm Vermin and my Gutter Runners. And he forces my Gutter Runners in the center to panic. They panic through the Storm Vermin, don't panic them. We go to my turn. This is my movement. You can see my Hell Pit has smashed himself into the building, trying to keep position from those Wild Riders from getting around. I push up, like so. You can see I basically moved 10 forward with everything. I tried to hit the Great Eagle with my Doom Wheel, however I missed it by about 2 inches. My Gutter Runners that panic through my Storm Vermin rally. And I move my Rats up here on the right, like so. We go to the Magic phase, and in the Magic phase I'm able to do a couple wounds to his to one of his units of the Sisters of the Thorn. I deal 2 wounds, I believe a Scorch, and he passes his panic check. We go to my shooting phase, and it's largely inconsequential. I try to do some wounds to those Way Watchers, but can't get anything through. My 1 cannon that can see the unit of Sisters of the Thorn is unable to wound them. I don't believe I make it, and my Warp Lightning Cannon on the left misfires. But the Horned Rat is watching over me. Nothing bad happens. So we go to, and I don't remember what this picture is right here. Oh yes, this is when I tried to move back to get the Way Watchers with the Hell Pit. That must have been my first round movement. I apologize. That was my first round movement, and I was unable to make it. Anyway, we go to his turn, and he moves like so. You can see he's moved up a little bit with his Poison Archers and his Sisters of the Thorn. He's pushed his Eagle a little bit to the left here. I used my Storm Banner, I believe, this turn, just to give you an idea of what's happening over here, where his Wild Riders are. And no, so I apologize. This is what happened with the Warp Lightning Cannon. I did hit. And I did do many wounds to the bunker, as you can see here. That's correct. He has about 5 guys left, so he's not going to get Lookout Sirs anymore. Now we go to his turn. Apologies. You can see here, he takes out the Doom Wheel with all of his shooting. He backs everything else up during his magic phase. He attempts to cast Fulminating Flame Cage. I believe he has 5 dice and I have 4. He fails to cast. His shooting is mostly is all against the doom wheel, and the doom wheel goes. So we go to my turn. I'm bouncing my Gracie around, trying to get him in position so it's holding up my units a little bit to get more Scorches and Plagues and the such off on his bunker, but I'm not able to do so in the meantime. So this is what that area looks like here. He issues a couple charges on the rat darts. They fled. This is where I position my gutter runners. I position them so his wild riders are going to have to hit them and then overrun into the building, and their rear will be facing me. I needed an 8 on my help, or I needed a 9 on my help hit to get into his Way Watchers that are over there. I roll an 8, so I'm 1 inch away from them. We go to my magic phase, and I attempt to scorch his bunker again. However, he dispels it, and then I attempt to warp lightning his unit of his target of opportunity there, and I roll a 1 and wound my own caster, so that was unfortunate. We go to the shooting phase, and these units of gutter runners put 2 wounds on the Great Eagle. Storm Banner's still going. I'm unable to fire either of my warp lightning cannons. We move to his turn, and and here's the rest of the movement. The banner comes off, unfortunately, and he takes some more shots. You can see I'm missing a bunch of storm vermin there. He charged his eagle into my warp lightning cannon. The eagle over here is going to play some chaff games, and the Way Watchers move up to get my other cannon. So this is where, and then we go to magic. He casts a couple he increases the ballistic skill on his Lord with the Hail of Doom arrow, and I let that go, stop everything else. His shooting phase consists of killing more storm vermin. That seems to be his target right now. So we go to my turn. I need a 9 to reach his Wild Riders here. I'm unable to do that. I roll an 8, so I'm 1 inch away again. I move up like so. I'm not marching because I don't want to. This is a Venom Thicket, and I don't want to take a bunch of dangerous terrain chests and lose a bunch of guys. So, and I have all my casters up in this unit right here with my Doom Rockets, so I'm thinking I'm going to get some shots off, etc. Stormbanner's still going, by the way, on my turn, unfortunately. I shoot my Warp Lightning Cannons at the Great Eagle in front right here. I'm unable to wound it, so that's unfortunate. I shoot at the Eagle Riders over here and kill one. He passes his panic, unfortunately. And that's it for my turn. We go to his turn. He uses Wild Riders to face my help hit, because that's kind of inevitable there. He charges my cannon with those eagles, and he's unable to make it, so they're small gifts. His eagle charges my cannon and makes it in. We go to his magic phase, and he attempts to wither the storm vermin, and I scroll it. That puts an end to his magic phase. We go to his shooting phase. He pops Hail of Doom arrow and kills a whole lot of storm vermin. And he takes the rest of his shots and puts them all on the storm vermin. I'm getting whittled away with them. The close combat with the eagle. He kills the help hit. Or I'm sorry, he kills the cannon and overruns off the board. You can see I'm chaffed up like so, and how many storm vermin I don't have. We go to the movement phase, and I'm right in front of his Way Watchers right there with my gutter runners. My help hit hits the Wild Riders. I move like so with my bunker, facing his bunker now, and I'm really ready to lay some hurt on it. So we go to my magic phase. I get a 12 dice magic phase here, and I'm ready to lay the hurt on his bunker. I throw 2 dice at Warp Lightning with my Grey Seer and roll double 6s and suck them in the hole and kill my other caster who knows Warp Lightning with the template, and then kill a good chunk of slaves. They pass their leadership check, however, so it's not all bad. I 5 dice Warp Lightning on his unit of Sisters of the Thorn. I miscast again, and I do a bunch of wounds, and I do 1 wound to my caster, and I do no wounds to his unit because he has all those tokens from his spell, so I decide not to cast anymore. We go to the shooting phase. My 1 cannon attempts to go for the home run shot on his bunker and fails. It rolls like a 2, and it rolls like a 2 and a 4, so nothing happens there. We go to the, and then that's it, I believe. Yep. Then we go to his turn again. You can see he backs everything up, and that's that. He charges those eagles into my cannon, and that's what happens there. Oh, I'm sorry, the Wild Riders died also. So that's a picture of that and where my helmet is. You can see I'm not that far from his bunker. And the Wild Rider and those Way Watchers are going to shoot those. They shot those Gutter Runners and panicked them, and the Gutter Runners are probably going to go off the board. So during his magic phase, he turns and he faces my Hell Pit. He's going to try and, I believe he might try and pit. I don't know what he's going to do. He tries to put Withering on the Hell Pit. I dispel that, and I can't remember what other spell he attempts to cast, but I don't think it matters. Oh, he does Ballistic Scale on his Glade Captain again, trying to wound the Hell Pit with the Flaming Shot. He's unable to do so, though. Every time the Hell Pit never takes a Flaming Wound. I get fairly lucky on some things. He rolls 1 to hit, blow under a 4 to wound, that kind of thing. But the rest of his shooting kills my Storm Vermin, and he is, and my Warlord passes his Panic check, thankfully. On a 7, he's one of the few guys that have some of that. My cannon blew itself up. The Hawk Riders never go after the cannon kills itself. That's what happened. Instead of wounding his guys when I said I rolled a 2 and a 4 on this bunker, I misfire and blow myself up. So, in his turn, or my turn now, I charge with my Warlord into his unit. I'm going to kill his Fortitude unit. I push up with everything else because I know he's not going to charge me, even though I don't have ranks, and I want to get my guy with Fortitude into his zone. I move my Hell Pit back and hit his Eagle because I have nothing else to do but scrape up what little points I can. I have no magic to speak of, and I have no shooting to speak of anymore. Those Gutter Runners rally and sit there. My Hell Pit kills the Great Eagle. On his turn, he flies his Eagles over here and doesn't move anything else. The Warlord kills that small unit of guys. He takes some shots and kills some slaves. Nothing panics, and then I attempt to do this. I attempt to get my Hell Pit into those Hawk Riders and hopefully pick up those points. I fail by an inch or two again, and I push up like this for the rest. So I get my unit into his zone for deployment. I keep all of his units out. I end up losing 13-7, but with my 3 bonus points, I get 10 points. So I lost for Naren's Aid here. I was really hoping to take the game with a 12 dice magic phase, but unfortunately the Seer sucked himself in the hole. What are you going to do? I've had good luck in the past, so I really can't complain about having something like this happen to me. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good one.